The great battle to determine the fate of both mankind and demonkind begins as the hero confronts the Demon King, Akatsuki Ko, in his throne room. The Demon King sits confidently, taunting the hero by revealing his ability to read minds, which he believes makes her defeat inevitable because he can foresee her every action. The hero stands her ground with her sword drawn, declaring that their conflict will end today. As the final battle commences, it becomes clear that the hero's thoughts are not what the Demon King expected. Instead of battle plans, she is filled with overwhelming excitement and admiration, thinking about how amazing it is to finally meet the real Demon King. He tries to sense her murderous intent but is instead met with what feels like affection, leaving him to wonder if her feelings are for battle or for him. A look into the past shows the long and endless war between humans and demons, where the demon army was led by an unmatched Demon King. Humanity's only hope was a legendary hero with a special sword, or so everyone thought. Back in the present, the hero is lost in a daze, blushing and thinking about how cool the Demon King is. Her reaction leaves Akatsuki Ko completely bewildered, and he questions if she is even the real hero. She proudly confirms that she is the one and only genuine hero. The hero then recounts her life's purpose, explaining the long and arduous road she traveled to reach this point. She has carried the burden of her title since childhood and lived for the sole goal of defeating the Demon King, training so hard she would cough up blood. He was always at the center of her thoughts as she spent every moment strategizing how to get close to him, and her room is even decorated with his pictures and a doll of him. Realizing she is getting sidetracked, she refocuses on the fight and tells the Demon King to prepare himself. Still confused but seeing that a fight is unavoidable, the Demon King scoffs at her and decides to read her mind once more. As the hero rushes toward him, her thoughts reveal she is not focused on fighting but is thrilled by their closeness, admiring his fierce expression and even the fact that she can smell him. This complete lack of combat focus infuriates and distracts the Demon King, causing him to yell at himself to pay attention. Because of his distraction, the hero successfully lands a strike, and the Demon King stumbles backward. He realizes with dread that he is the one who can't focus, and if this continues, he will lose. He decides he needs to regroup before she can attack again. However, the hero suddenly stops, looking horrified at the sight of him being injured. The Demon King is baffled by her expression, which looks like she just witnessed her village being destroyed. He sees an opening to attack while she is stunned, but his thought is misread by the hero, who cries out that she didn't do such a thing. He then manages to land a punch on her. Now the hero is crying as if her dearest friend has just died, all because she hurt the Demon King. Akatsuki Ko, bruised but smug, tells her not to underestimate him, but her inner thoughts are only filled with sorrow over his injuries. He misinterprets her emotional state and gives her what he thinks is a threatening smile, which she perceives as a genuine smile meant for her. This fills her with so much happiness that she feels she could die, a reaction that greatly annoys the pained Demon King. Fed up, he decides to get serious and unleashes a form he has not used for 100 years. He transforms into a larger, more muscular and monstrous version of himself, telling her to behold his true form. The hero's first thought is not of fear but of embarrassment, as she considers his new shirtless form to be totally naked. The Demon King finds her reaction very misleading but is also impressed that she doesn't flinch, taking it as proof that she truly is the hero. He acknowledges her strength and praises her for pushing him this far. This praise makes the hero blush deeply. A small demon attendant watches in confusion as the hero gets flustered by the compliment. The hero thinks about how happy she is to be praised by the Demon King and admits to herself that although she tried to kill these feelings as a hero, she can no longer hold them back. In a moment of pure honesty, she confesses in her mind that she loves Demon King-sama. Hearing this confession shocks Akatsuki Ko to his core. He processes the unbelievable revelation, finding it absurd that the hero, his sworn enemy, has fallen for him over a simple compliment. At the same time, a new thought enters his mind. This strange turn of events could actually work to his advantage. He reflects on his lonely existence, where his mind-reading ability only ever exposed him to feelings of jealousy, envy, and pressure from others, leaving him completely isolated and unloved. The hero's genuine affection is something he has never experienced, and it hits him with surprising force. He looks at her and realizes she is quite adorable. His attendant suggests that a truce might be better than killing her, and the Demon King begins to imagine a powerful alliance between them, thinking they would be unstoppable. Meanwhile, the hero's thoughts take a darker turn. She recalls his beaten-up state with a thrill, realizing she found his pained glare and efforts to hide his weakness to be perfect and exciting. She discovers a new, more intense side of her feelings. Her desire grows as she thinks about wanting to see more of him, wishing to see him cornered, coughing blood, and weeping in despair. The story is thus framed as a battle for the world's fate, caught in the middle of a twisted romance between a demon king who has never known love and a hero who has just discovered her own dark version of it. A loud and unsettling rumbling sound suddenly fills the Demon King's castle, which his subjects quickly identify as the voice of the Demon King himself. The Demon King sits on his throne looking deeply troubled while he reflects on his recent confrontation with the hero, admitting to himself that he only barely managed to drive her away. His subordinates observe him and conclude that the battle must have taken a serious toll on him. As the Demon King continues to think, he acknowledges that the hero somehow managed to corner him during their fight, and he vows to make her regret their next encounter. While he stews in his anger, a vivid memory of the hero blushing and confessing her love for him flashes through his mind. This unexpected thought completely shatters his composure, causing him to scream and flail around in panic as his subordinate watches in confusion. The hero also finds herself lost in thought, consumed by a feeling she believes she must keep hidden from the Demon King at all costs. At the same time, the Demon King has a feeling that she might already know everything about his own secret. His skeletal chancellor approaches and gently asks him to stop destroying the castle in his agitated state, to which the Demon King apologizes. The Demon King then reveals his greatest secret through an internal monologue. He possesses the ability to read the thoughts of others. This powerful skill, which even his chancellor is unaware of, is his ultimate trump card and is often mistaken for simple combat instinct. The Demon King's thoughts return to the hero, and he wonders what kind of person she truly is, admitting he had underestimated her. The memory of her love confession returns once more, sending him into another panicked frenzy of yelling and swinging his arms wildly. The Chancellor, seeing his master in distress, realizes the Demon King is deeply worried about him and feels regret for not noticing sooner how much the hero had affected him. Just as the Demon King regains his composure and swears to settle things with the hero, a soldier bursts in to announce that the hero has returned to the castle. This news sends the Demon King into an immediate panic, and he begins to blush, feeling he needs more time to mentally prepare. His chancellor misinterprets this as readiness for battle and enthusiastically encourages him to crush the hero. The Demon King clarifies that he just needs a moment and quickly dashes away to compose himself. Soon after, the hero stands before his throne and boldly declares that she will defeat him today. The Demon King sees her, and the Chancellor points out that she is challenging him again, which he nervously acknowledges. As he looks at the hero, his mind-reading ability reveals her true thoughts of pure joy and love at seeing him again. The Demon King is completely flustered by this revelation and struggles to maintain his dignified persona as a villain. He tries to act tough by calling her a glutton for punishment, all while she secretly thinks about how cool he looks. In his confused state, the Demon King accidentally offers to have tea with her, a suggestion that shocks his chancellor. The hero, though she secretly wishes she could have tea, draws her sword and states she is there to fight. Reading her mind, the Demon King smirks, calling her foolish for being so obviously in love with him. He decides to humor what he assumes will be a mock battle, but he is surprised when the hero begins to cast numerous powerful enhancement spells on herself, significantly boosting her attack power, critical rate, and sword damage. She continues to stack even more buffs on herself while the Demon King prepares his own defenses. The hero then announces her ultimate finisher, an attack so powerful that the Demon King realizes with horror that it could actually kill him. He shouts that she is being far too serious with her mega-buffed attack, but both the hero and the Chancellor simply look at him with confusion, as if to say that a serious attack is expected in a fight. The Demon King spirals into an internal panic, questioning why someone who loves him would try to hit him with a nuke-level attack, and begins to doubt if she loves him at all, fearing for his life. He yells out loud, asking why she isn't treating him more gently, which shocks his chancellor. He then reads the hero's mind and learns that she believes they are bound by fate to be enemies and can never be together, which is why she must fight him with all her might, even though she wishes she could be gentle. Hearing her sad thoughts, the Demon King tells her that he doesn't believe their fate is necessarily sealed, which alarms his chancellor, who reminds him of their opposing roles. The Demon King then firmly states that their fate can't be overturned, a harsh declaration that brings the hero to tears. Surprised by her reaction, the Demon King changes his tune and declares that their fate can be broken if she swears her loyalty to him. With newfound confidence, he formally invites her to stand by his side, which is his own awkward way of asking her out. The hero is left completely stunned, but then she starts blushing furiously and loudly rejects his offer with a flurry of no's. The Demon King is hurt by her harsh rejection, even knowing her true feelings, while the hero has an internal meltdown at the mere thought of being so close to him.